Let them speak. Review patterns 1 to 24. Please repeat or answer. Where were you the last time she came? What are you going to do until they come? While she was talking, what were you doing? How come you feel so tired? What did she tell you she ended up doing? Doesn't it seem like they don't want to go? Now that you're living there, do you feel satisfied? Before coming here, what did she need to do? How many of the girls said they didn't plan on coming back? Didn't it seem like they enjoyed being here? Where have you lived while you were in Europe? Were some of them excited that you were coming? What does she keep crying for? Why is it that they all left early? How long has it been since you saw her? When was the first time you got to meet him? What will you do the first time you go there? Instead of playing football, what should you do? What did she make you do as soon as you got there? How long did it take to put it together? Did you see him playing the last time you were there? Every time she comes here, does it seem like she's happy? How is this pen different from that one? On the 15th of August, what are you thinking of doing? When did she ask you if you had to go? Isn't it all right if I tell her to come later? Were they interested in talking to you since they got there? Who had the chance to talk to her while they were there? Did she take him there so that he could see it? Will it be all right to leave early if I feel sick? Who decided to come back as soon as they heard it? Doesn't it feel like they are getting along well? Where will you be until she comes back? What are you going to be doing besides skiing? How many days ago did he manage to finish making it? How many days has she been working there for? Didn't she have difficulty talking to him while he was there? How are the two brothers different? How do you like her brother? Wouldn't you rather just rest? Even though it got expensive, did you decide to buy it? When do you want to tell her to come back? What did he do as soon as he got there at 5:30? All she likes to do is play on the computer. There was no use trying to explain it to her. Was it too hard to do since it began raining? Where did he say you should learn English? How much did it cost to take the English classes? How come she said she didn't want to get it? Is it all right if I don't do it if she arrives here? Now that you feel better, what do you plan on doing? How many nights a week does she have to go to school? Have they been talking since they arrived at her house? When do you plan to tell her that you love her? How many days has it been since she told you she failed the test? How long will it take to teach her how to do it? When was the first time you needed to talk to her? After getting up, did he go back home? Does she seem to be happier since he came back? What have they been talking for? The reason she came was to be with me. The reason that he needs to work is so that he can make a lot of money. How can you tell she looked angry? Can't you tell that they like being together? In case she says no, what are you thinking of doing? Are you supposed to ask her why she didn't come? Does he appear to be taller? Will you be studying until when she comes? Aren't you sure why he isn't doing well? Don't you know where he'd like to study? Do you have any idea what she told him to do? What kind of food did he say he likes to eat? When is she going to ask her if she wants to go? Is this phone almost the same as that one? Doesn't she appear to be happy you came? Isn't it too bad that she couldn't go? Did she look forward to being there on the 5th? Isn't it time to leave? Were most of them trying to find her? If they aren't able to find her, what are they going to do? Was she ready to leave as soon as you arrived there? Didn't it smell great the last time you went into the kitchen? Do you have any idea what she's making? Were you in the middle of teaching when she came in? Did you tell him where you were when he asked? Is she used to speaking English? When he got there at 5:10, were you set to go out with him? How come they've got to bring it? Didn't she have trouble convincing him the last time she was talking to him? How can you tell it's going to rain? Is it worth it to go there, even though it will be really crowded? Were almost all of them happy to see you? What will she be doing till when you finish working? Who made her angry while she was there? Didn't she let you talk to him as soon as you got to the hospital? Did she appear to be sicker the last time you visited her? Didn't she ask you where you used to work? Doesn't she have any idea how much it will cost to get it? Does she enjoy dancing when she goes out drinking? Did he have the chance to eat there after working? Whenever she tells you to do that, do you get angry? Would he prefer to stay with his mother instead of living with his father? By the time she gets home, will you be asleep? Did she tell you to wait until they get there? What was she like? Wasn't she older than her sister? In how many days will he be returning? Did it make her look bad? How come he needed to get it? Didn't he hear you snoring as soon as he opened the door? Should he have left when he saw her come in? Didn't she get to tell him to come back later? How long did it take to help her to finish it? Doesn't it seem as though he will have a difficult time walking there? How many hours a month does she work part-time? Weren't you there at the time she was there? At 5:30, who was calling? Didn't she take it so that she could give it to her mother? Why is it that all of them started to leave? Was she set to pack when she found out? Didn't you tell her why you couldn't go? When did she ask you what you enjoyed eating there? Doesn't he appear to be upset? Have they been fighting ever since he came home? Didn't she almost make a reservation so that she could fly there? The reason she tried to drive there was because she was late. What type of cookies did she ask you to buy? How many of the kids seemed to get upset? Just in case she isn't able to come, what are you going to do? What beer does he bring whenever he drops by to see you? Was she done studying by the time you came home? How did you like her house? Didn't most of the guys try to dance when the music came on? Was he talking on the phone while you were working? Is it all right if she comes if you are feeling okay? Now that he became sick, what doctor are you going to bring him to? Why is it that he wasn't finished making it? All they need to do is take this to her. Didn't she get the opportunity to tell him that she couldn't come back? Would you like to tell her that you're going? What do you plan on asking her to bring? Did she say they seemed to be busy? Don't you have any idea what she's thinking of buying? Didn't some of them say that it was all right to take it out? Didn't she keep on sleeping while he was there? In order to get good grades, did she begin to study harder? Who had him ask her if she was coming? Did you have a chance to ask her to come back tomorrow? Doesn't it smell like your mother is cooking again? Did it feel like he was annoyed when he heard you say that? When is the last time she asked you where you live? Aren't you sure all of them will be coming back? How many minutes were they all there for? Has he been waiting ever since she told him she was going? Was that as expensive as this watch? Was that as delicious as this meal? How can you tell she's busy when she's at work? How come all of them weren't ready to go? There was no use trying to help her. She might not meet him when he comes. She may as well not tell him what she was doing. How much food did he plan on bringing when he goes? Have you got to ask her why she doesn't have any money? How are Chicago and New York different? Isn't it okay to ask her when she's going to be there? Is it worthwhile taking it to him if he is there? Was he satisfied you were able to make it there early? Doesn't she seem to be busy whenever you go there? Didn't she tell you she was going to go and eat there? How come he likes being there when she's there? Is she used to taking care of the kids when her mother isn't home? The reason he didn't manage to get there on time was because of the storm. He may as well not talk with her. Didn't they appear to be angry that she wasn't there? Was she about to begin to study when you got home? Didn't she quit practicing as soon as it started raining? Don't you have any idea where he's looking forward to going? What type of donuts did she say she planned on getting? How many years has it been since she met her husband? He left, but was he able to make it there on time? Doesn't it sound like a lot of them won't be able to be there? What were they trying to do by the time you arrived? There is no point trying to lose weight. Does she have a difficult time believing him when he talks? Does it seem as if she knew what he was doing? How come she asked him if it was easy to fix? How much did they pay to get on the bus? Did he know how to do it the last time he was with them? Instead of taking care of the kids, what did he get to do? Doesn't it seem as though you're not welcomed there? If she doesn't have any money, what will she have to do? Why is it that he seems to be disappointed? How come he'd prefer to come back tonight? Who did you get to meet the first time you went to that school? When will you have a chance to ask her if she wants to go with you? Doesn't he have difficulty working whenever she is around? Have you got to tell her you won't be able to do it? How did you like her? In how many days will you be meeting her?